respectable, talking intellectual. All of you homosexuals, faggots.
There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children.
I don't want to congregate. I don't want to deal with you. I don't want to fellowship. I ain't trying to build with you. Ain't the UPK, ain't the truth. Keep it real with you. Defenders of the faith, I got no problem bumping heads with you. All that bullshit, you can take it over there with you. Rather be a houseboy. Rather run with them field niggas. Show them to put in work. Move mountain, crush hills, nigga. Take a dead soul. Breathe life and make it live, nigga. No affiliation, so it's no one to compare with us. Took the Lord's laws and just added it with fear, nigga. Ain't for the body, cause you know like killer head quicker. With these bars, I'm on my grizzly, so bear witness. You spit cold, I spit flu. Don't compare sickness. You floss diamond, I floss fringes. Don't compare dentists. You PK, we men the wall shit. We ain't Christian. Harm one of us, get pistol whipped like the gun got a belt with it. I'm bred different. The competition just a mill. I'm fed different. I stood front line on them fields. I bled different. I'd rather be a corpse than a cow when I'm led different. Shit, I'm led different. Come through like a juggernaut, so don't get in the way. And we take everything serious. We don't play. I wonder now what they gon' say. Shit, we make profits out of shooters like the NBA. You get slayed for switching sides, nigga. We ain't on the same page. Immaculate conception. Wow. These niggas bitch made. I'm sticking with the foundation where my bricks laid. You switch sides, I'd rather switch K's. You was never with us, nigga. Just know we on mission, nigga. Right hand hold the scriptures, nigga. Left hip hold the pistol, nigga. How you want it? You can get it spiritual or physics, nigga. Wrong ones to come against, so bring an army with you. No affiliation. When you see us, make the difference with us. No affiliation. When you see us, know we different, nigga. No affiliation. So no, you can't kick it with us. The wrong ones to come against, bring an army with you.
Misunderstood for having some morality, but my people dance spirituality. Lord knows, just a young Hebrew from Killer, California. Used to thug in the streets with no sense of order. Used to love to press the line, even test the water, and almost lost my life from slanging and hanging on that corner. I learned to cut the grass so I could see the snakes. I had to decipher between the real and fake. And nowadays, all these niggas do is hate. Treat you like a bitch, sit back and try to manipulate. Yeah, that's why I got it on my own too. You see me rocking with the Hebrews. UPK is how we do. Stand for the Lord, the mother niggas is see-through.
Where the soldiers at? Where the soldiers at?
Wake your game up, my nigga. Ain't no time for this shit. I know you sitting back thinking that life is a bitch. Yes, my nigga, I understand. My nigga, I feel your pain. My nigga, we gotta change. This for the king, this for the king.
It's safe to say we curse today, trying to find another way, but all they do is take away. Trying to pray to make a way while trying to find a safer way. Eat so we can face to face. Please, Lord, save the day, cause everybody at my job always got some shit to say. You might think this shit is crazy, but I deal with this every day. Knowing that we paved the way, I had it up to here today. Listen to the shit to say, make me wanna catch this case, or even if they face away. But I know what them scriptures say. We gon' wait on judgment day, thinking it ain't coming, thinking the Lord bluffing. Waiting on the day is gonna be harder than the oven, though they treat me like a slave. Wanna see me in the grave, hate to see a nigga brave, hate to see a nigga brave. It's hard at my job, but I'll be too wide. Knowing that this crackers don't get it, no problem. It's hard at my job, but I'll be too wide. Knowing that this crackers don't get it, no problem.
Wake your game up, my nigga. Ain't no time for this shit. I know you sitting back thinking that life is a bitch. Yes, my nigga, I understand. My nigga, I feel your pain. My nigga, we gotta change. This for the king, this for the king.
Yo, man, check this shit out, man. Check this out. Out there just like you out there in the street, man. The street. You know what I'm saying? That's for our people out here, man. Yeah. Waking you up from the grave, man. It's 1969. Blacks, Hispanics, Native American, Indian. Check me out, though. Dead man walking. Bullet shots unguided. Same poverty, different hood, yet we divided. Bang coast like pirates. Inside I'm a riot. Mind staying library, so I'ma keep quiet. I'm about to explode from the impact of this pressure. Slay fire breathing dragons as I march the desert. Walk with no sight, your faith will measure. Diamonds made from rock, now that's our body treasure. Born in oppression, forced to maintain. Yoked the iron, to wrapped in them prison chains. Animal instincts when niggas is caged. Resorting to violence, here's a plate of my rage. Action without a cause, you living with no life. Killing demons while it's great so you can get right. You say you want the kingdom, you gon' have to fight. Tunnel vision, one west, Lord, I see the light. Truth in my veins, as I slide on my shades. War scar, shoulda David hanging from my chain. The world say we strange. Teach you how to change, one west, waking brothers up from the grave. Truth in my veins, as I slide on my shades. War scar, shoulda David hanging from my chain. The world say we strange. Teach you how to change, one west, waking brothers up from the grave. Been at the end of the tunnel, I could see the light. Before I had a car, bus pass, then a bike. If you ready for war, let's knuckle up and fight. Who would've known a pair of black boots to save my life? Before I had a full time, I was a drug dealer. Blood on my hands, but never claimed to be a killer. Yell like a bear, stand strong like gorillas. The Lord showed me UPK, now I'm a winner. Nightmares are falling weak to them old days. Niggas rather stay lost, looking both ways. Brothers kicking so much knowledge, never question age. As I approach the mic, I'm looking through my shades. Back then, it was peak coats for the winners. Now it's trench coats with fringes. Tell me who sent you. Cut through flesh and bones with just Bible scripture. The white man's the goddamn devil. Do you need a picture? Truth in my veins, as I slide on my shades. War scar, shoulda David hanging from my chain. The world say we strange. Teach you how to change, one west, waking brothers up from the grave. Truth in my veins, as I slide on my shades. War scar.
Shalom Israel. This is history class, Bmore history class. And tonight we're going to talk about, we're going to get into a little bit of history. We're going to talk about the history of abortion. We're going to go back into the beginning. Not really the beginning, but the beginning in modern times of the destruction or the planned destruction of our people. Abortion is nothing but the planned destruction of our people. You understand what I'm saying? And make sure your phone is turned down. But abortion has always been a tool that our enemies, you understand, that our oppressor has used against us to try to dismantle and disable and destroy our people. Abortion is a tool that has been used in a way. They've given us a tool to destroy our own self. At first it was a tool that they threw on us, and now it's a tool that they've given to us that we actually go out and we are willing to use to destroy our people without our people actually knowing that this is a tool that's meant to destroy us. In the early 18th century, a woman named Margaret Sanger set out to, I said the 18th century, the early 20th century. A woman named Margaret Sanger set out to help to destroy so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives by creating something that they call today Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is a thing that is thrown around, and they use the word Planned Parenthood to make it sound moral, which Planned Parenthood is immoral. Planned Parenthood is the destruction of black and brown babies. You understand what I'm saying? They not only destroy us on the street, they not only kill us on the street, they not only incarcerate our people, but one of the most major tools that they use is abortion. Our people, we have lost every year. We're averaging 350,000 abortions a year amongst the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. You understand what I'm saying? This is a tool that they use to dwindle our numbers. You understand? I remember back in the day when people used to always say we don't die, we multiply. You understand? We multiply so much so that they can kill 350,000 of our babies and we still thrive. You understand? So imagine if those 350,000 babies were not murdered. Imagine if those 350,000 babies were to grow up to be warriors and princesses. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine that. We'd be a strong nation. We are a strong nation as long as we follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. And with that, I want to say we are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under the commanding General Yohana. We've been bringing this truth since 1969, and that truth is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the true Jews of the Bible, and the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. So like I said, abortion is a tool that they use to destroy our people without our people even recognizing that we're being destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? The first thing that they did was they brought us under their guidance. When I say under their guidance, into their customs and their culture. Once you fall into the customs and culture of your enemy now can destroy you without you really understanding that you're being destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? So now that we fall into the customs and the culture, we think that Planned Parenthood is it sounds real good. It sounds Planned Parenthood, the plan being a parent. You understand what I'm saying? When you have an abortion, you go out and you get an abortion, what does that cause? A lot of people don't know what that causes. What does it cause? One of the major things it causes. What is it cause? Say that again. The destruction of our true, it causes the destruction of our people, but it's one major thing that it causes. What does it cause? It causes cancer in women. It causes breast. At the rate they are now. You understand what I'm saying? You understand? So when I was young, women were having 12, 10, 11 babies. You understand? My grandmother had 11 herself. You understand? I got other family members that had great numbers. You understand? So then what they do is they cause dissension between the man and the woman. Man is out of the house, the woman is set to defend on her own, supposedly. You understand what I'm saying? So in fending on your own, now if you get pregnant, what do? I can't take care of this baby because I don't have a man in my house. So what do? Naturally, because you're in the customs and culture of your enemy, because you trust so much in your enemy, you go out and say, you know what, I'll have an abortion. And having an abortion, you destroy your body at the same time. I know people who have had abortions, stuff has gotten left in them and they died. Some have almost died. You understand what I'm saying? It's a destruction of the black family. You understand? You got that article, brother? Okay. But at the same time, you understand? It's a sugar coating of death. You understand? It's a cyanide pill covered in cream. You understand? It's a cherry filled with a murder shot. You understand what I'm saying? Something to destroy you. It looks good on the outside, but it's nothing but destruction on the inside. The Most High told us to do what? He told us to be fruitful and multiply on the earth. Destroying your babies is not being fruitful. It's being murderous. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of women, just take Kamala Harris. That's one of her things that she ran on. You understand? Health care, free health care for women. Free health care for women for what? So that they can have, what did she say? So they can have access to free health care for basically so that they can abort and not be thwarted by Republicans. You understand what I'm saying? Republicans, so-called Republicans, are against abortion. The Democrats are for abortion. The Democrats are for abortion, and I would say 98% of our people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives, are Democrats. You understand what I'm saying? So 98% of us, we look at the Republicans like they're evil, when the Republicans or when the Democrats are just as evil as the Republicans. This is the reason why the Most High tells us not to put a king above us that is not of our people. You understand? And is not appointed by the Most High. You understand? Because anybody that is that is not appointed by the Most High is out to destroy you anyway. Whether it be somebody of us or the heathen or our oppressor. Anybody who is in that echelon, who has rulership, you understand, is out to destroy us anyway. Think about how many mayors, commissioners, city councilmen, and all of these people that we have that are of our people that hold those high positions in esteem. But we're still being destroyed. Baltimore is a black city, right? But we're still being destroyed, even though we have our people in those positions of power. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you fall into the customs and culture of your enemy, you become an enemy of your own people. You understand what I'm saying? And abortion is an enemy to our people. Abortion is not set to destroy our oppressor. Abortion is not set to destroy Chinese, Korean, Arabs, and all of these other heathen nations. Abortion was set to destroy us. You got that, brother?
You want the first article?
Let's go with the first article.
Dr. C.J. Gamble. There is only one thing that I would like to be in touch with, and that is the Negro Project of the South, which, if executed of the details remain in Miss Rose's hands, my suggestions will not be confusing because she knows the way my mind works.
Now, basically what she's saying is, listen, we're trying to destroy these people right here. If my plan stays with her, I know she's going to do the right thing because we're both on the same page. We're both set out to destroy black people. We're both out to destroy Hispanics and natives. We're both out to destroy the 12 tribes of Israel, basically what they're saying. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Miss Rose sent me a copy of your letter of December the 5th, and I note that you doubt it worthwhile to enjoy a full-time Negro physician. To employ a full-time Negro physician.
Now, basically, they're employing, they want to employ a full-time Negro physician, she said. You understand what I'm saying? So now let me ask her a question. Why does she want to employ a full-time Negro physician? Go ahead. Say it again. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying? Now, basically, in those days coming up, and we've lost a lot of this, I'm going to just call it a sixth sense. We lost this knowledge of who our enemy was. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of our people did not trust white physicians. You understand what I'm saying? And what Margaret Sanger recognized is that if we place a Negro physician within their midst, who is actually on our team, basically like, what's his name? The doctor that's with President Trump. What's his name? No, the black doctor. Remember the one that was on his team? That's from Baltimore that was working at
Ben Carson.
Ben Carson, basically. Ben Carson. They threw a Ben Carson. They would use a physician like a Ben Carson. When black people see that Ben Carson face, automatically, oh, it's got to be something good. He has a black man there. He has a famous physician, somebody who's well known. You understand what I'm saying? And that's where our people go wrong, because we look at the glitz and the glamour of people as opposed to what this person stands for. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
It seems to me, from my experience, where I have been in North Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Texas, that while the colored Negroes have great respect for white doctors, they can get closer to their own members.
Basically, what she's saying is that even though they respect you, we don't trust you. That's in Scripture. Trust not thine enemy. You understand what I'm saying? In those days, because of what was happening to them by white culture, by the oppressor, they did not trust that white physician. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And more or less lay their cards on the table, which means their ignorance, superstitions, and doubts. They do not do this with the white people, and if we can train the Negro doctor at the clinic, he can go among them with enthusiasm and with knowledge, which I believe will have far-reaching results among the colored people.
Exactly. And now check this out. What he's saying, enthusiasm and knowledge. You know how you can be on a certain educational level, but when you see a black person who speaks well, eloquently, and who's enthusiastic about doing something, making you think that this is a good thing right here. This can actually benefit you. You understand what I'm saying? Like a lot of women were told what? Well, listen, you got to think about your career. Damn, all of a sudden, damn, oh wow, damn, that's a great idea. You understand what I'm saying? When you speak eloquently, when you read that second paragraph. I mean that last line again.
Train the Negro doctor at the clinic, he can go among them with enthusiasm and with knowledge, which I believe will have far-reaching results among the colored people.
It can have a far better effect on the Negro would if a white physician would come in, because a white physician would not be trusted by the Negro at that time. You understand? It would be a harder task if they tried to go in themselves and do it, given their track record. You understand? Given the history of what they've been doing all the way up to this far. Remember, just not too long ago, you already had the destruction of Black Wall Street. That was only a few years ago. That was destruction of black cities all over the country. You understand? So the trust level, the morale level was low. You understand? There was nothing that a white person could do to come in and convince a black person to destroy their body, destroy their womb, to destroy their child. You understand? And this is the reason why they used the black physician to come in. What you got?
They appear as tokens.
Say that again?
They appear as tokens.
There you go. They were used as tokens. Exactly. You understand? That's what a token nigga is. You understand? Right. Go ahead.
His work, in my opinion, should be entirely with the Negro profession and the nurses, hospital, social workers, as well as the county's white doctors. His success will depend upon his personality and his training by us.
Exactly. What does he mean by his success? What does it mean by his success will be excellent being trained by us as long as he follows out? What does that mean? It will be a success. If you follow everything that we say, do, we can destroy 350,000 babies by the year 2000 every year. You understand what I'm saying? So basically, if he follows these instructions, and then all of a sudden we begin to train all of these Negro doctors, by 2020, we could be destroying 350,000 babies a year. We're at 2020 now. How many babies? 350,000. This was a plan. And think about this. They're carrying out this plan in 1939. This plan was being built in the early 1900s, earlier than that. It was being planned out. And this is how our oppressor thinks. Our oppressor thinks years ahead. Just like in redlining. I don't want to get too far off, but just like in redlining. They're already redlining certain parts of the city 20 years back. And it's panning out right now. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go to
Hold on, they saying online they can't hear you. They saying online they can't hear you.
I can hear you.
They saying online they can't hear you.
You wanna run it back?
No. All right, go ahead and say something. I need to be hearing.
1, 2, 1, 2. We're gonna grab that scripture. We're gonna grab that first scripture. We're gonna grab Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. We're gonna grab that scripture. First scripture. Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I hear. Captain Sapari said. All right, go ahead.
We're gonna go to that Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. You want to check with him and see if he can hear now?
Yeah, just move on. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. We're gonna go to that first scripture, Genesis chapter 1, verse 28.
I'm gonna get that. Say the scripture again.
Genesis chapter 1, verse 28.
Genesis, the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 28. And God blessed them.
It says that God blessed them. Who is he talking about? God blessed them. He blessed the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Indian woman, and the so-called black, Hispanics, Native Indian man. He blessed them. Go ahead.
And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth.
It says, be fruitful and multiply. How do you be fruitful? How can you be fruitful and multiply?
You might gotta be a little louder.
How do you be fruitful and multiply? Be fruitful and multiply. Come together and make a lot of babies. You understand what I'm saying? Come together and make a lot of babies and replenish the earth. It doesn't say replenish the earth like everything ran out, but make more. You understand? We have some, but make more. Replenish. Refill. You understand? You take a sip, put more in, and let it overflow. You understand? Replenish the earth. Go ahead.
And subdue it.
And subdue it. Take hold of it. Now, why haven't we subdued the earth? Why haven't we subdued the earth? Because we've fallen into the customs and culture of a nation that is destroying us. And that nation has subdued the earth. What does it say in the scriptures? The wicked ruleth, right? Tells us that the wicked ruleth. You understand? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, right? Because we haven't followed those laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. When we fall into the customs and culture of a nation and we begin to destroy our babies, we have all of these abortions. We have to 350,000 abortions a year. You cannot subdue an earth at the earth like that. You understand what I'm saying? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked because we choose to follow our oppressor. We choose to do the things of the oppressor. We choose to fall for the tricks of the oppressor. You understand? They have a wicked mind. You understand? Go ahead.
And subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every living thing that moveth upon the earth.
Listen, we're supposed to have dominion over every living thing that walketh across the face of the earth. That means all of the other nations too. You understand what I'm saying? That means all of the other nations too. But guess what? The other nations have dominion over us. You understand? They have dominion over us because we choose to follow our oppressors. We choose to integrate. We choose to do what they do. And because we've fallen for this trick of the oppressor, because we've fallen into abortion, because we've fallen into the destruction of our own people, this is the reason why we can't subdue the earth. This is the reason why they are the head and we are the tail. You understand what I'm saying? We are a destroyed people for a lack of knowledge. You understand? The knowledge is right here in the scriptures. You understand? But we choose to follow our oppressor. And whenever you choose to follow an enemy, it is evident that that enemy is out to destroy you, and you will be destroyed. And we are a destroyed people. You understand what I'm saying? It says, and God blessed them. We were already blessed. You understand what I'm saying? And God said unto them, be fruitful and multiply. With abortion, you cannot be fruitful and multiply. You understand what I'm saying? And it says, and replenish the earth. You can't replenish the earth by going out and having 350,000 abortions a year. There's no way you can replenish an earth in that way. Let's go back to that article. Let's jump back in that article. We got more on that article? Okay. Listen, we can't do anything having 350,000 abortions a year. You You understand what I'm saying? So now, Planned Parenthood started from the wicked mind of one evil oppressor, K. Becky. You understand what I'm saying? And now it's all over the United States in every major urban city. You understand? Abortion clinics are not placed in Arab communities. It's not placed in Chinese or Korean communities. It's not placed in the oppressor's community. But just so happens it's placed in our community, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives. You understand what I'm saying? They have a plan. Their plan is to destroy us. You understand? Just like so many captivities that we've been through, the plan has always been to destroy us. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is they destroy so many of you and they keep the weak. You understand? You keep the weak working and you destroy the strong. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The minister work is also important, and also he should be trained, perhaps by the Federation, as to our ideals and the goal that we hope to reach.
And think about this, right? It says the ministers are included in his plan. You understand what I'm saying? Think about Jesse Jackson. Think about an Al Sharpton. Think about the scruples. I mean, think about the morals of those people. These are ministers, so-called ministers. You understand? This is supposed to be our so-called leadership. You understand? And they're leading us down the path of destruction. You understand? They'll take 30 pieces of silver to destroy us. You understand what I'm saying? They'll take that 30. They've already taken that 30 pieces of silver. You understand? Jesse Jackson, if I'm not mistaken, he got $1 million for delivering the black vote to President Clinton. You understand what I'm saying? And ain't no telling what what's that FBI informant Al Sharpton received over the many years he's been working as an FBI informant. You understand what I'm saying? He leads black people into destruction all the time. You understand? He leads black people into destruction all the time. Think about all of these ministers with all of this money, millions and millions and millions of dollars, and leading their people into the path of destruction. They got gays, I mean, men marrying men and women marrying women in the Christian church now. And they're supposed to read the same Bible that we read. They're supposed to be against that. You understand? That's another form of abortion. You understand? You can't. Who can replenish the earth? How can two men replenish the earth? How can two women replenish the earth? That's a form of abortion. You understand? It tells us in the Bible that mankind should not lie with mankind, and womankind should not lie with womankind. That's scripture. And they welcome it. You understand? We got any more on that? Or you still go ahead.
We do not want word to go out that we want to exterminate the Negro population, and the minister is the man who can straighten out that idea if it ever occurs to any of their more rebellious members.
Listen, they got people to straighten everything out if it occurs to anybody more rebellious. You understand what I'm saying? They got ways of making you fall in line. Whether it be lying, whether it be murder. You understand what I'm saying? They have their ways of destroying our people. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, our oppressor mind is working 24/7 on ways of destroying us. You understand what I'm saying? They have destroyed the black family. They have destroyed the masculinity in the man. They have destroyed the soft and subtleness of the black woman to the point where she's a goddamn monster. You understand what I'm saying? They've destroyed the image of the black family. The black family, there's not even an image of a black family on TV anymore. Think about it now. When you see a lot of the commercials that you see, whenever you see a woman and her child. You never see a black man. But when they show the Asian, the Korean, or the oppressor, the white man or woman, they always show them as a whole family, a family whole. But when you see blacks on TV shows and commercials, it's always single. It's always man versus woman. It's always, if you see a man and a woman, a black man and a woman, it's a divorced couple. And they just dealing with the child in between. You understand what I'm saying? These are the things that they use to destroy us. You understand? Abortion is the major way, but it's small, subtle things that work in your subconscious mind that makes you fall into line with their plan without even knowing. You understand what I'm saying? Think about the songs that's written now today. Women have all of these songs that I can be bad by myself. What did Beyonce say? If you wanted, you should have put a ring on it or something dumb like that. You understand what I'm saying? It's stupid things like that. It's not stupid things, but it's subtle things like that that they make our people fall into all of these nets and snares. You understand what I'm saying? We fall into these traps and things like that because these are the things that they throw out there at us. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go to Exodus chapter 1 verse 15.
Book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 15. And the king, Exodus, chapter 1, verse 15. Yep. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shapara, and the name of the other Par. Oh. Verse 16. And he said, when. Go ahead. Yeah, you got it. Exodus 1 and verse 16. And he said, when ye do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then ye shall live, then she shall live. You see that? That's biblical day abortion. Right? It says, and he said, when ye do office of a midwife, when you do the job of delivering them children, it says to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, when you see them with them legs open, and that baby about to crack open and that baby coming out, if it be a son, then ye shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. Listen, why did they want to kill the sons and not the daughters? Why did they want to kill the sons and not the daughters? This is important right here, because this is important. I don't want to give it to you, but this is important. Why do they want to kill the sons and not the daughters? Why do they let the daughters live? Why was it important? That is true, right? But
goes a little deeper than that. What's the purpose of killing the son? Remember this. The bloodline runs through the son. You are the seed of your father. You understand? So all bloodline runs through the son. This is why the Egyptians were trying to kill Moses. This is the same reason why the Romans were trying to kill Christ. You understand? The seed runs through the father. You are the seed of your father. That's Numbers 1:18. You understand? Whenever every nation knows this. This is the crazy thing, is every nation knows this but us. You understand? When you look at a family line, a lineage always goes from father to son, from father to son, from father to son. The lineage goes like that. It doesn't go through the woman. It goes through the male. You understand what I'm saying? And this is the reason why they say you can destroy a nation of people just by destroying the males. Once you destroy the males, the bloodline is gone. If an Egyptian has a baby by a Hebrew woman, that is an Egyptian baby. There is no such thing as mixing. You understand what I'm saying? You take on the seed of your father. You understand what I'm saying? It's just like a baker, right? A baker does what? He takes flour, he takes eggs, he takes yeast, he takes water, and he mixes butter and all of these things together, and he does what? He makes dough, right? He makes dough, and he puts that dough where? Into the oven. He lets that dough bake, and that dough bakes into what? A loaf of bread, right? When that bread comes out, what do they say? Is that the baker's bread or is that the oven's bread? It's the baker's bread. You understand what I'm saying? But you can't diminish the importance of the oven. You can't diminish the importance of the woman. The woman is important, but the bloodline runs through the father. The bloodline runs through seed. Seed comes from the man. You understand what I'm saying? You don't take away the importance of the woman, but the seed runs through the man. The lineage runs through the man. This is the reason why they were trying to kill the males. This is why you destroy the man. When you destroy the man, you destroy the whole lineage of a whole nation of people. This is why men are being destroyed today. They are trying to destroy us. You understand? Whether it be mass incarceration or whether it be police killing men on the street. Once you kill that man on the street or once you incarcerate him, the woman is lost with that family at home. Now that whole family goes in disarray. And hopefully their plan is to what? Incarcerate the children. What are they doing at the border? Incarcerating Hispanic babies. You understand? You destroy the seed by destroying the man. You understand? Like I said, you don't take away the importance of the mother. The mother is very important. Without the mother, you don't have the family. But the lineage runs through the man. You understand what I'm saying? Where was we at?
You on
16, we just went through, and but if it be a daughter, then she shall live. You understand? Listen, if it be a daughter, she shall live. Once you destroy all the men, what do they do with the women? Take them as concubines. Why? Because even if they have babies by them, they still Egyptian babies. You understand what I'm saying? They may take on some of the characteristics of the mother, but they're still Egyptian blood. You understand what I'm saying? And they knew this at that time, and they know it today. We are the only people that don't know. You understand? Go ahead.
verse 17. But the midwives feared God.
But the midwives feared God. They feared the Most High. You understand? Not like our women today. Our women don't fear God today. If our women feared God today, we wouldn't have 350,000 abortions understand what I'm saying? If our women feared God, they would move away from the oppressor. They would obey their men. They would obey the so-called black man, black, Hispanic, and Native. You understand what I'm saying? We would be separate. Our women would want to be separate. But because the oppressor gives her a trinket, because he gives her a gift, because he makes her feel like a god, because he gives her so much power, she follows him. You understand? And this is the reason why we have 350,000 abortions a year. Go ahead.
And did not, as the king of Egypt commanded them.
And they did not, as the king of Egypt commanded them. They did not destroy those male children. You understand? They let those male children live.
But saved the men children alive.
But saved the men children alive because they understood the strength of a nation is within your male. You understand? Now, we don't want to kill any of our babies. But when you are bored, you don't know if you're killing a male or female. But at the end of the day, you're taking away all your warriors. You're taking away all of your princesses. You're taking away numbers from your nation. You understand what I'm saying? Strength is in numbers. And as long as they keep us as a minority, we will always be weak. You understand? When we keep getting those abortions, when we keep destroying our people, when we keep selling those drugs and destroying our people with them. You understand? I didn't veer too far off, but go ahead.
And the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said unto them, why have ye done this thing and have saved the men children alive?
Why did you save the men children? Did not give you a command and tell you not to save those men children? You know why they saved those men children? Because they feared God more. You understand what I'm saying? But the women of our day, we don't fear the Most High. Our women don't fear the Most High. Our men don't fear the Most High. Because we don't put it in our women not to go out and get those abortions. A lot of us encourage our women to get those abortions. Why? Because we being destroyed just as much as they are, and if not more. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 20, therefore the Most High dealt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and waxed very mighty.
Grew very mighty. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, in following the instructions of the Most High and not getting those abortions, we would be blessed by the Most High, and we would grow very mighty. Think about it. We just said it in the beginning. Strength is in numbers. You grow very mighty. You have warriors and you have princesses. You understand? You follow the instructions of the Most High. The Most High will bring you through. This is the reason why the children of Israel, this is the reason why God brought them out. Using Moses brought them out of the Egyptian captivity. You understand? Because they followed the instructions of the Most High. Now, I'm not saying 100% of them, but the multitude, you understand, followed the Most High. They believed in the Most High. They did. They were instructed and they did. You understand? Now, after they got out, you know, people changed their mind, but they got out by following. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead. You got any more on that? That's it on that. Let's go to ease on down, ease on down. Exodus chapter 20, verse 13.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 13. Thou shalt not kill.
Say that again.
Thou shalt not kill.
It says, thou shalt not kill. What is that? What is thou shalt not kill? That's a commandment. You understand what I'm saying? That's a law. Thou shalt not kill. have an abortion, that is killing. Listen, I don't care what anybody says, right? They always talk about, oh, well, it's not a heartbeat or anything like that, but anything that can swim to an egg and engulf itself into an egg and fertilize. You understand? Anything that moves like that, that's a living organism. You understand what I'm saying? Just like the one of the brothers in I forgot where he was at, but just like he said when the white man goes up into one of these planets and he sees even a drop of water, he says what? That is life. So you mean to tell me that sperm swimming into that egg is not life? You understand what I'm saying? I don't care what they say. You can at this age, it's all alive. You understand? An egg is alive. It just lies dormant until that sperm hits it. You understand? And then that egg helps that sperm to develop into a full-fledged baby. You understand?
The translation is closer to "Thou shalt not murder."
Well, it's just exactly, but abortion is murder, right? Correct. Abortion is murder because you're murdering a living organism. I don't care how small it is. An abortion is an abortion. And now, what are they talking about having? What's that abortion when they let the baby come damn near come out? Full-term abortion.
Late term.
Late-term abortion. That's a full term. You understand? They smashing the baby neck as it's coming out. And think about this, right? How horrible can your morals be to smash your baby's head as it's coming out? Or to smash it while it's in there and then let it come out? You understand?
I got that article for you on Black Planned Parenthood.
Come on, let's hear that. I gotta hear that.
Move over a little bit this way, because I got the article.
Okay, my bad. Am I right?
You right.
Okay.
You right. Planned Parenthood stand for black women. This is Black Planned Parenthood specifically for black women. Planned Parenthood stands with black women.
This is the thing right here, right? And I don't mean to cut you off right there like that, but every time something wicked happens, right? Every time something wicked is created, they always try to pinpoint it on us. They try to make it about us. They start calling it black this and black that. You understand? The Negro this and Negro that. The urban this and the urban that. They make things homosexuality, right? When I was young, all homosexuals lived in San Francisco. Now, all homosexuals were white. Not to say that there was no black homosexuals, but it wasn't rampant like it is today. That San Francisco was the black capital. I mean, it was the white capital, was the capital of homosexuality. Now what is it? It's Atlanta. You understand? A black urban place. But anyway, go ahead.
Who we are, black communities. Planned Parenthood is proud to serve black patients across the country. For more than a century, Planned Parenthood has been one of the nation's leading providers of high-quality, affordable abortions and the nation's largest provider of sex education. Planned Parenthood...
You know what that sound like? You know what that sound like? That sound like them saying the penal system is proud to serve the black and Hispanic neighborhoods. We've been serving the black and Hispanic neighborhoods since what? The emancipation. You understand? They make it sound good, but it's horrible. You understand what I'm saying? The penal system is made to destroy us. Planned Parenthood is made to destroy us, but they make it sound so grand and so nice. Go ahead.
Planned Parenthood health centers provide millions of people with options, testing, and treatment for sexually transmitted infections, life-saving cancer screening, and safe legal abortion.
Listen, did you hear that? They gave you everything that you know black people need. You understand what I'm saying? And then they lead it up and say that last line again. Listen to how they culminate right there at the end, and they give you abortion right at the end. Throw that right in there at the end. So you take the school. Once you take the school, you take the whole school. You can't take part of the school. Go ahead.
For sexually transmitted infections, life-saving cancer screenings, and safe legal abortion.
Listen, life-saving cancer screenings. You like, oh, hell yeah, we need that. And abortions. You know what I mean? They give you all of that. Oh yeah, we need that. Oh yeah, we need that. Oh yeah, we need that. And abortions. You understand? With Kamala Harris, it's the same thing. When you're choosing, and it's the same thing with Biden, with Trump, anybody that you choose that the Most High didn't appoint. When you choose any one of those people, you take on everything that they believe in. So when they believe in Planned Parenthood, they say, oh, we're going to do this, and that, and then they got Planned Parenthood, they got destruction of the black man, they got the building more penitentiaries, all of that in their back pocket. You take everything that's in their hand and everything that's in their back pocket. You understand? This is the reason why the Most High told us not to choose them, because their whole plan is to destroy you. See, he got the hand out to shake you with this one, and he got the knife behind his back ready to hit you with the other one. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. Psalms 55:21. You understand what I'm saying? His whole plan is to destroy you. Go ahead.
We are committed to working alongside our partners and communities of color
We are committed to destroy the communities of black people. Go ahead.
We are committed to working alongside our partners and communities of color to dismantle oppressive systems and expand access to care for all people, no matter what.
He said, we are here to stop oppression among black people. And we're here to kill y'all too. You understand what I'm saying? They make it sound so sweet. But their whole plan is to destroy you. Abortion is the number one killer of black men and women today. Because those babies of black men and women will have grown up to be black men and women. That is the number one killer of the black family today, or black people. You understand? 350,000 abortions a year. Nothing outbeats that. This coronavirus is creeping up on it real slow, but it's not all black people. You understand? That coronavirus got everybody mixed in, so it don't even count. Go ahead.
Planned Parenthood strives to provide non-judgmental health care, providing one important piece in fulfilling the gaps in opportunity.
Read that again.
Planned Parenthood strives to provide non-judgmental health care.
What does that mean? Non-judgmental health care. Listen, if you need that abortion, don't worry about it. I got you. Listen, I'm not going to judge you. Listen, we won't say anything about it. You go ahead and do it, we got you. You understand? Just send your friends. You understand? Non-judgmental. What type of is that? You understand what I'm saying? That's the words that they use is to lull you in, to make you think the things that they're doing for you
providing one important piece in filling the gaps in opportunity.
What gaps in opportunity? What gaps in opportunity are they? Gaps in opportunity to fill their pockets. When they're destroying you, they're making money. You understand? When they're destroying you, they're making. Did you? Hey, Kwan, you did the article a couple of weeks ago about President Trump.
Salaki, real quick, I'm gonna say this though, because this is hilarious. It's hilarious, but it's tragic because a lot of black women believe this. There is no opportunity in murdering your children.
How about that?
There is not an opportunity for a better life, a better education, a better job. That's BS, man. It's all BS to get you to murder that child. Look here, man. You do not progress in any way. This is not a come up. You're not securing or getting the bag when you murder your child, man. What you doing is destroying your entire lineage. But to understand how white people think, because the truth is not in them. The truth is not a part of them, so you got to understand that truth is a perspective for them. It's all a perspective. And their perspective is, if there's less of you and you're more controllable, we are better able to produce and generate income and exploit you as a people. So then it benefits us. It does not benefit white people for you to continue to procreate out of their control. This is what this is talking about, man. But we don't understand it.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at. They're making money when you destroy your babies.
Mm-hmm.
And you did an article a couple of weeks ago about President Trump when he had that coronavirus, and he used what? He used those
Remdesivir.
But it was black babies.
It's an antiviral that comes from black aborted babies.
Black aborted babies. You understand? And then when he got that, what did he say? What did he say when he came out after he got that? He said, I'm invincible now. You understand what I'm saying? Listen, he didn't say it as a funny line. He said it because he knows what our people carry, and he knows what he has in his body, and now he feels invincible, like they think we are. You understand? Like they get that image that we are, because following the Most High. If we follow the Most High, who knows? I mean, we'd be half the population. You understand? Because those abortions would never have happened. And think about those babies that were aborted, the babies they would have had, and then the babies they would have had. You understand? You understand? So he knows that, he got a piece of us in him. You understand? He feels invincible just from having a dose of us in him. You understand? How about what if we felt like that about our own? What if we felt like that about ourselves? Because we already have us in us. What he got a piece of, we are 100% that. You understand what I'm saying? You got some more on that?
Or should we should go to the next scripture? Let's go to that Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 57. And we're going to start at 56.
Book of Deuteronomy.
Let him get to it. You there? Okay. I just want to make sure you there.
You said 28?
And Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. 57, but we're going to start at 56.
The book of Deuteronomy 28, and We have verse 56. The tender and delicate women among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eye shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
It says the delicate and it says the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set her soul of her foot upon the ground. That's how delicate and tender our women used to be. You understand? This is how tender and delicate and dainty that they used to be, all the way up until they fell into the custom and culture of our oppressor. You understand? And once you fall into the customs and the culture of your oppressor, once you look up to your oppressor, once you begin to envy your oppressor, then what happens? It says, upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness of her eyes shall be evil toward her husband. And all of a sudden, what happens? You become evil toward your husband. All of a sudden, now the black family is destroyed. Now the black family is in pieces. You understand? When you fall into the customs and culture, when you begin to listen to your oppressor, when you begin to think that he has something good for you, what did he say about the abortion clinic? He said what? That this is something to benefit you. This is something that can make life better for you. If you do this, you understand what I'm saying? And Priest Officer Kawan mentioned it before. Women get to go out, get these abortions with the intent in their mind that, oh, I'm going to have this great and glorious career. You understand? Oh, I'm going to get this great job. You understand? Oh, I'm going to move into this great home or something like that. I want to do this. I want to go to school, so I can't have a baby right now. You understand what I'm saying? And these are the things that the oppressor place in their mind and destroys them. And this is why we all the way up to 350,000 babies a year. You understand? Because our men don't take charge. Because we as men, we don't take charge. We don't get our women to understand that this oppressor is out here to destroy you. A lot of our men, they just sit back and let the woman make all the decisions. And when you live in a household where a woman is making all the decisions, 9 times out of 10, those households are destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? The man goes to work. The man has more. He has more comfortability when he goes to work, as opposed to being at home. I know a lot of brothers who like to go to work because they don't like being at home with that wicked ass. You understand what I'm saying?
Stop it.
You understand what I'm saying?
Stop.
This is what the oppressor puts into our women's mind. And because our men have been weakened, because we have been weakened, all of a sudden we adhere to our women. We let our women go ahead and make all the decisions. And whenever you let a woman make the decisions of a household that the Most High said you were supposed to be the heir, that's a destroyed house. You understand? That's a destroyed house. And I have yet to see a household driven by a woman that has prospered. It looks good. It may look good, but when you come into a household where a woman is making all of the decisions, she is an evil bitch. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the reason why we have to, as men, we have to be strong. We have to stand up. What does the Bible tell us? Matter of fact, let's hold that. We're gonna hold this spot right here. We're gonna go to 1 Corinthians chapter 1. What's that? 1 Corinthians 11:3. Let me grab that. Here we go. Got 1 Corinthians, you there? Okay, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ. Listen, there is a hierarchy. You understand? The head of every man is Christ. We are the ones who read this book and instruct our wives from this book. Christ gives us his word from this book. Christ instructs us, right? This is what he's saying right here. But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ. Christ is our head. You understand? There's a hierarchy. Christ is our head. And the head of the woman is the man. You understand? A household should never be run by a woman when a man is in the house. You understand what I'm saying? But we have in our communities today, we have a lot of women who are running households when a man is right there. But a man have become so weak that he lets his woman run the household. You know what I do, man? All I do is pay the bills and I let her do everything else. That is a weak man. Christ did not say that Most High did not make us to be weak. You understand? This is the reason why he made the hierarchy. It says, but I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man. You understand? The head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God. God gives Christ the instruction, Christ gives us the instruction, and we give our women the instruction. There is a hierarchy. You understand what I'm saying? But when you don't abide by the Most High, when you don't follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, when you don't follow these instructions, this is what happens. We living in what we living in today. In squalor. You understand? In total hell. Because we have wicked women running our households. You understand? That's a hierarchy right there. And it tells us we are supposed to be running our household. We are supposed to be giving the instructions. You understand? Following the instructions of Christ. That the Most High gave Christ. Christ gives it to us. We give it to our women. You understand? Women should not be having abortions. This is what the black man should be telling his woman. No abortions. We not having no abortions. I don't care if you have 15 babies. We taking care of all of them. You understand? Strength is in numbers. You understand? If we all follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we would be the head, they would be tail. They would be under our footstool. They would be our footstool. We'd be kicked up on them. You understand? They'd be in slavery. We'd be the master. You understand? But because we don't follow them, this is what happens. You understand? We got to go on that?
Nah, sir.
Okay, give me No, we still got to go to 57. Hold up. Let me get to the end of no, we got to get to the end of the 56. We're at the end of 56. Let me read that. Her eyes shall be evil towards her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. You understand? I know you heard them evil women out there screaming and yelling and cursing kids out. We all see that. You understand? And listen, I can still remember back in the day when we were young, if you saw a woman doing that, it was like incredible. You understand what I'm saying? It was incredible to see something like that. That was out of the norm. You understand? In the 2000s, in the 2020 era, that's normal. It's normal to see that. It's normal to see that because we are a destroyed people. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet.
And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet. What is that? That cometh out giving birth to the children. She's evil to the child that she gave birth to. Can you imagine a woman carrying a baby for 9 months and being just the most evilest after 9 months? Listen, I've seen women be miserable through a whole pregnancy. But when that baby come out, their whole countenance changes. They are in love with this baby. They will do and die. This is how it's supposed to be. But our women are evil towards these same ones that they gave birth to, that they carried for 9 months. You understand? A lot of them have in their mind, instead of carrying this baby for 9 months, I'd rather just go ahead and abort it. This is the society that we live in. You understand? This is why we are destroying people, because we have been made to think that we have an option. You can get rid of that baby and have a great life. When you are a slave, whether you have that baby or not, you're going to be a slave. Ain't nothing going to be great. Ain't going to be nothing different going to be about your life. You understand? Ain't nothing going to be no different about the life. The life will still be the same. Go ahead, Paul.
And toward her children, which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things secretly in the siege and straitness, wherewith thine enemy shall distress thee in thy gates.
What does that mean? For she shall eat them for one of all things. What does that mean? For she shall eat them for one of all things.
Want a college degree. She want a better job. she want a Lexus. She want a house.
So that means she gonna do what? She gonna get that abortion. That's eating. That's eating your child. Having that abortion is eating your child.
Damn right.
You understand what I'm saying? To destroy. She would rather go for a career than to have that beautiful baby. You understand? To have that child. To carry that child. And then the thing about it is most of them don't even live up or get to that place where they thought they were going to get. They are destroyed. You understand? We are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You understand? Where does the knowledge come from? Knowledge comes from the scriptures. We don't follow these laws. We don't follow these scriptures. We don't follow these things that the Most High tells us to do. You understand? The Most High tells us in Deuteronomy 28, if you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, and if you hearken unto the voice of the Most High, then you will be blessed. You will be blessed in the city. You will be blessed in the field. You will be fruitful. The fruit of your womb will be fruitful. You understand what I'm saying? I'm paraphrasing. You understand? But we are destroyed people. And because we are destroyed people, these are the things that we have to go through until we start hearkening unto the voice of the Lord thy God. You understand? Until our ears and our eyes begin to open and we begin to understand. Until we get that knowledge. Once we get that knowledge, boom. Well, we said we'll be back on top. You understand? It's only a matter of time. People start funneling to this Isupk and getting these true scriptures. Unlike the Christian church, destroying our people. You understand? Setting our people on the path of destruction. You get up in here and you follow these laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You understand? And we won't be destroyed. You understand? That's all we have to do is come back to the laws. Okay. You understand? All we have to do is come back to these laws. You understand? Let's go to let's just drop that. And let's go to what's that? Oh shit, right here. We right there already. We already did. Let's skip that. Hold on. I want to go to Job. Job 39:16.
of Job, chapter 39, verse 16. She is hardened against her young ones, as though they were not hers. Her labor is in vain without fear.
Listen, it says she is hardened against her young ones. This is we see this every day. We see women hardened against their young ones. They treat their young ones like garbage. You understand? We see them just like we was talking about earlier. We see them cursing them out. We see them slinging them around. We see them treating them like garbage. See them, a woman will be out there and she'll have herself all dressed up and have her children look raggedy. She is hardened against her young ones. You understand what I'm saying? As though they are not hers. Women treat these children like they don't even know them. Like these are not my children. You understand? When these are the very children that came from between your feet. You understand? You are the one that birthed these children. You understand? Her labor is in vain without fear. Listen. Her labor is in vain. It was pointless. The labor, everything that you went through was pointless without fear. You understand? She fears nothing. She doesn't care. She doesn't give a goddamn. You understand? This is how we destroy our women up. You understand? Abortion destroys our people and is continually destroying our people until this day. You understand? We are destroying people. And like you said before, we are destroying people because of a lack of knowledge. Where do we get our knowledge from? Right here in this book. These scriptures. Everything that we need is right here in this book. You understand? All we have to do is come back to these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? With that, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest Officer Kawan Malak. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Been bringing this truth since 1969. The truth is, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives are the true Jews of the Bible. And the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. We had Feast of Dedications coming up on December the 9th. That's 1 Maccabees chapter 54. 1 Maccabees chapter 4, verse 54 to 61. It's in the Bible. Read up on it. It's an 8-day celebration. Starts on the 9th. If I'm not mistaken, it starts at 6 o'clock. You understand?
Get a priest ahead. Two to the class. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See here. Get what I need to get here. All right, school, let's get a security announcements. We are the Isupk out of 1 West 125th Street up there in Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana, man. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are to be off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, she or he must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Pay your tithes, man. Even in this time of a goddamn global pandemic, Commanding General Yohana, he need to feed people. He need to house people, man. Donald Trump ain't going to do it.
Right.
The government ain't going to do it.
Right.
They can't even come to a decision on getting you a goddamn stimulus plan just for 1 month's rent. The moratorium on rent get ready to go up, man. Black people get ready to get homeless. Give your money to Commanding General Yohana so that he can properly distribute it in black neighborhoods to help the people who need the goddamn help, man.
Right.
We think so selfishly, man. We think about the agendas of white people, man. Stimuluses and government this and voting that. We need to think about a black man who gives a damn about black people in black communities. That's what we need to do, man. That's what we need to invest in. Our damn selves. All our business is gone. Our children squeegee kids on the goddamn street. And we still talking about vote. Donald Trump ain't racist. Remember, everybody had him in his videos. It's called building a brand, brother. It's the same reason Jay-Z record company is named Rockefeller. Because a particular name brings you and builds your brand. Because this person is rich and influential. So Donald Trump used a couple of rappers to build wealth, and everybody think he wasn't racist? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Biden, who wrote a crime bill that destroyed millions upon millions of black families all over the community. Oh, they think the Democrats think he wasn't racist either. I view a Trump supporter the same way I view a Biden supporter, as an idiot. An idiot who supports the people who destroys their people. Give your goddamn money to the Commanding General Yohana. All right? Priest fund. Free will offering for a priest. You like what the priest is saying. You like what the priest is bringing down. Then put up some money for it so we can continue to bring priests like that, man. It's not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like to give, upcoming holy congregation, the Passover's still coming, man. The Passover is coming. After the Most High has killed enough of his enemies with the coronavirus and enough of his enemies with fires down in LA and wildfires and goddamn and floods and tornadoes and hurricanes. Once he's killed enough of his people, goddamn, it's going to be a beautiful earth. Once he's killed enough of his enemies. Ain't that beautiful? Ain't them fires burning out them racists up in them hills? Is that not beautiful? Yeah. Come. And when that's done, just like we said in reverence, when the Egyptians' firstborn children were being killed by death angels, we will sit in reverence while all our enemies are destroyed by the Most High. Beautiful. Happy will he be. Happy will he be. What do they say in a Christian church? Hallelujah! Hallelujah. Happy will he be. Jesus. 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 Glory! Happy will he be, brother. Happy will he be when he dashes their children on the rocks. That's right. Goddamn right. All right. Upcoming holy congregation. Remind Akim and Akwafim to check on social media such as isupk.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for Isupk events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirts, pants, headbands, scarf. Let's give one courtesy salute to the teacher men of Israel. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Brak. Yahaba Shimi Absharakata.
Yahaba Shimi Absharakata.
Yazimata. Class dismissed.
Like a sideshow, ain't no boy broke. Now I'm set by the prison man who knew on this cosmos. Rap with no goal, trying to find direction. The world got vexed.